Welcome to another video. If you guys do go on to enjoy, like, follow, share, subscribe. You already know the vibes. Hit that bell to get notified anytime anything epic happens. I'm Epic, and let's get right into it. Today, I want to go over some Black Ops Cold War stuff. Welcome to Season 5 Reloaded. We have a bunch of stuff happening this season. I believe we have the Zoo remake from Black Ops 1 returning. We have Demolition joining multiplayer, as well as new Outbreak region world event. We have Armada as the region, and we have a new world event as the Black Chest. We have a new feature, the Rampage Inducer. That's the gameplay you're seeing in the background here. It's pretty cool, speeds everything up to round 20. We're going to go over that more here in a minute. New Outbreak mode, survival. Again, we're going to go over some more of that here in a minute. Warzone, Clash, Iron Trials, numbers sequence broadcast is coming in the season. There's a new event this season, of course. Bunch of rewards. Hudson is joining as within the operators. We have a new melee weapon, the Psy. Judge Dredd coming as an operator. Oktoberfest bundles. So again, Judge Dredd bundle, Oktoberfest bundle, Motocross bundle, Ghost Ship bundle, and a bunch of new prestige shop content. As development continues on the finale of the Black Ops Cold War Zombie Saga and next season's round-based map, we've packed Season 5 Reloaded with new ways to play round-based zombies, Outbreak, Dead Ops Arcade, Onslaught, something for everyone. First up, the Rampage Inducer is coming to all round-based maps this week, offering a new way to turn up the action for 20 rounds. Looking for a new challenge in D-Machine, Firebase Z, and Mauer or Toten? Want to add some spice to your speedruns? Maybe you'd like to hit higher rounds even faster? If any or all of the above apply, the team made this feature just for you. Here's how it works. Beginning this week, players will now spot a special essence canister in the starting area of each map. All players must vote to activate the canister and induce Rampage. Once activated, the spawn rate and movement speed of enemy zombies will be increased through round 20 for a much more intense experience. If it's too intense for your liking, all players can vote to turn the Rampage Inducer off, and this effect can be toggled on and on at will. I think they meant on and off at will, as often as once per round. If it's left unused, the canister will explode after round 20. Like I said, that's the gameplay you guys are seeing right now in the background. As you guys can see, round 6, we're just trying to complete some trials here, and they're like practically full sprinting at us. Not all the zombies will full sprint, but when you turn it on, it does list that they get more aggressive. So they're not supposed to have like health as in round 20 zombies. They're literally just faster, and they just give you more of a challenge, you know, getting to round 20. So it's a pretty good addition. I like it. We had a lot of fun with it. One thing they were saying over on their Twitter, and I'll put it in here if I can find the tweet, is that the community actually received this mode or this addition really, really well, and they're looking at ways to make it go further than round 20. So that'd be really, really cool if we could actually keep it on, because I prefer playing zombies this way, having them like always sprint. It's a little bit more challenging, and you're more likely to die in lower rounds, but if you can just keep your head on your shoulders, keep it pushing, it's not that bad. Like, again, we had a lot of fun with it, and if they can find a way to extend it till maybe round 40, that would be pretty cool, because health cap is 55, so maybe all the way up to round 40, and then they're already pretty fast as it is. I think that'd be pretty cool. Meanwhile, in Outbreak, the Outbreak zone is expanding this week with the addition of our final new Outbreak region, Armada. This battleground on the high seas has been handcrafted for Outbreak with new environmental effects and an eerie dark ether phase enclosure, bringing a unique new setting to zombies on the North Atlantic Ocean. Outbreak players will also encounter the new Black Chest world event, which offers a mysterious protective effect that just might save your life. Interact with the Black Chest and take on what's waiting inside. If you're successful, you'll form a pact with a spirit that will be summoned against enemies when you're low on health in your current region. This ability is on a cooldown, and its effect is shared with your teammates, so the risk is certainly worth the reward, especially on longer Outbreak runs as the challenge continues to spike. Later in the season, players will drop into the hardcore Outbreak survival mode, where you'll start with only a 1911 in your hand and no minimap or overhead map to guide you. Your HUD will be limited, and you'll need to scavenge for food to replenish your health. There's no auto health regen, and your survival skills will be put to the test more than ever. Keep an eye out for this one when the numbers event goes live. So I've actually tried out the Black Chest event as well. When you activate it, it's going to activate 3 little wisps that are going to fly around. I would strongly recommend only shooting one at a time and trying to only break one at a time. If you shoot all 3 of them, you're going to have 2 giant hordes of zombies that spawn, and you're going to also have a wave of ultras, like for instance mimics, manglers and things like that, tempests, they're going to spawn too. So each wisp you destroy or each wisp that you actually activate is going to spawn more and more. When you activate the chest, they're all going to disperse, and they're not going to move. So you can choose which one to actually go for, and just shoot one at a time. Leave the other ones just kind of sitting still. You'll have a way better time and way better chance at completing it. I actually didn't know about the protective effect, about something protecting you. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm interested to jump back into it. So yeah, definitely a lot going on in Outbreak here. And also, I'm big ready to start streaming the Outbreak survival mode. I think that sounds sweet. Not dropping in with anything but a pistol, having to scavenge for food. It's going to be a way more hardcore survival experience. On the Dead Ops Arcade 3 side of things, it's getting one of its biggest updates to date this week with an absolutely huge list of gameplay improvements, bug fixes, and stability updates in the patch notes below. We'll go over that here in a second. These include XP adjustments for the EpiIic bonus map. I have yet to actually find that. Weapon audio tuning and more. Whether you're going for a new high score in a standard solo match or you're taking on the mama back in a 4-player marathon first-person game session, it's always a good time to jump into Dead Ops Arcade 3 and blow off some steam. Of course, a large portion of these updates were based on feedback from the Dead Ops community. As always, thank you for your support and enjoy. So first we have stability improvements, only a few of these. Various stability and exploit fixes, added various fixes to further alleviate the Charlie 285 military guerrilla errors, fixed the crash that could occur if a player disconnected while in the EpiIic bonus arena. For gameplay, we have players who have disconnected and rejoined a match in progress will now have their score and gem multipliers restored to the most recent level at the end of their most recent round. Adjusted Room of Judgment wave times to grant additional time for trio and quad games. A flashlight will now spawn on the island for solo advanced start modes. First person power-up spawn should no longer clump together in order to prevent one player from accidentally consuming them all, which is good. Reduced late money spawns after the round is over, so players no longer feel the need to wait around for pickups. Added small collision ramp to one of the moving platforms by the volcano to make hitting the ramp through boosting easier. And touching or standing in lava will now cause rapid death in first person. Now, first person was the kind of lenient mode in Dead Ops Arcade. It was way more hard to die in first person, so it's kind of cool that they're making some adjustments to make it harder, but we'll have to see how it plays. Some adjustments that are being made to the enemies. Nova Crawlers no longer have an initial movement speed variant set when they spawn in to prevent inconsistent increases and decreases in speed. Nova Crawlers now spawn in at consistent movement speed but can have their speed boosted by Nova gas, so be careful having them around gas areas. Werewolf adjusted werewolf health and heal object to alleviate situations where players cannot deal more damage than health is being restored. This was a good one because that werewolf just kept healing, man. It was a pain. Each time the werewolf restores health, it will now reduce the amount it can heal subsequently. Big change there. Pole zombie health no longer scales with round number. Increase the time a pole zombie is on the map before it considers planting a pole from 4 seconds to 5 seconds. Pole zombies are now slightly more likely to start a pole plant once it starts considering a plant. So again, a bunch of good enemy changes here, and definitely going to spice up the gameplay all their own. Onto some stuff about Onslaught, and yes, I know Onslaught's only for PlayStation right now, but it will soon be available for all platforms. The drive-in is added to the map rotation. There's a bunch of new Dark Ether story intel to discover in drive-in. New mode, Diminishing Light, new limited time mode now available. The circle shrinks as the horde gets stronger. If the Dark Ether orb collapses, it will implode and destroy the players, ending the match. Oh my goodness, I really cannot wait for this to come to all platforms so I can try this out. Shoot the orb to slow down the shrink rate, or collect clock power-ups to pause the collapse. Completing surges will revert the orb to its original size. Challenges, unlock the Soviet Red Assault Rifle blueprint by completing 30 surges in Diminishing Light. So definitely a lot going on with Onslaught there, and it seems like there's a lot of support there where, you know, there's never really been for another limited time mode. I feel like the only other limited time modes we've had is Jingle Hells and Cranked, so it's definitely cool to see them full supporting Onslaught as like not a limited time mode and as a whole nother mode, but I can kind of see why PlayStation bought it out, so good for them. We'll have it soon. Well, that was the big fixes and big things about Season 5 Reloaded. Of course, there's a whole bunch of other patch notes that I simply just can't cover in this video. So, the Rampage Inducer gameplay, as you guys can see, it does get crazy. After round 20, as you can see, it does turn off. I get kind of lucky here with this nuke, kind of saves my life. And yeah, we hit exfil. So again, it'd be super cool to see if they could somehow like prolong this to like round 40 and not just round 20. I'm excited to try out Onslaught later this year, if it comes out later this year. I think it's hitting us later this year. There's a lot going on in Cold War right now, and it's crazy that all the zombies content is free. So if you haven't gotten your hands on the zombies content, I'd recommend you do that for yourself. But as you guys can see, completed the exfil here. If you guys do enjoy news videos, commentary videos, and things like this, like, follow, share, subscribe. You already know the vibes. Hit that bell to get notified anytime anything epic happens. I'm Epic. Check out one of these other videos popping up, and I'll catch you in my next whatever I make, whenever I make it. See you then.